Alrighty, and guess what? Brad Cunningham is in studio with us. We have waited a week and a half just to get Brad in here. And Brad, of course, big welcome as a friend, a fellow muso, and just a general all-time kick-ass guy.
Tony loves doing that. He knows I don't take compliments very well. I'm working on that. But I think he reels all of this stuff off and then looks at me with a complete gobsmack look on my face. That's good to be. You were waiting a week and a half. I've been waiting longer for this. I thought I should throw that at you.
I know.
No, it's great to be. I've anticipated this a lot. So Tony and Mandi and 247 Stereo. I really appreciate the chance for a bit of a feature and for me to express the two things that I'm really passionate about.
Right.
Okay, so we know you personally as a musician. That is not why you're here today. We're going to chat about something called success loops.
Yes, we are.
I tell you what, Brad, I must just tell you before we even ask you the obvious question. I've been reading through.
The obvious question is not so obvious to me, by the way.
It's going to be when I ask it. Trust me.
Cool.
Trust me, it will be when I ask it.
Yeah.
You know, what you've done, I believe anyway, with Success Loops is blown my mind, where you've actually taken standard seminar stuff where guys will go there and they just talk and eventually it gets bloody boring. Okay, most seminars do. Yeah. And you've managed to find a way to include music.
Yes.
Now, I mean, that freaks my mind. I mean, I've been sitting ever since I read this stuff wondering how the hell would you actually go about doing this? And it's freaked me out. So I'm so glad to have you here because I want to hear from you.
I'm intrigued. I want to hear what this is.
Yeah, how do you put this together? How did you actually, get this idea? Yeah, and then say, I think I'm going to be Brad. I'm going to be different, and I'm going to nail some music to this stuff.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I think as a musician, I mean, as you guys know as well, you always try and do a little bit of stuff that sets you apart, So you try and, but still by being authentic,
yes.
Because there's nothing worse than seeing a show where the person you can see when the authenticity isn't there. So it's got to come naturally. So I mean, the passion for music is all there. You guys get that. I mean, I don't have to explain. I mean, the listeners, I don't have to explain that to you. You guys are listening in. You guys are passionate about music. I mean, we all are. I mean, music is my love made audible. Yeah. It's something that it's something we feel, man. And I think feelings are the emotions of the soul. There's much more power in feelings than what we give credit to. A lot of people say thoughts and words. I think it's our beliefs and our feelings, and that really there's a lot of magic in that.
Right.
So I mean, I was just it's weird because I think sometimes these things find you don't just find them. So being a musician for 20 years, it's about 3 years ago when this struck me. It was I then realized that, hold on, Brad, you were actually coaching before you were a musician. It was kind of weird that people that I didn't even know, random strangers would just approach me. And I found it intriguing that suddenly they don't know me, I don't know them, but they would just suddenly open up, whoosh, and the closets would open, and they would just share. And I'm like, dude, you just met me. You don't really know who the hell I am, but in somehow they found something in me that they could trust.
Yeah.
Which for me was a huge compliment to my integrity. Yeah. So then I would then think, okay, I would give them my counsel. I would give them my views, and it was amazing the positivity that they got out of that, and to see just a person walk away a little bit lighter and say, thanks, that really helped. Mm-hmm. You've inspired me. Was pretty much the same kick as I get when I'm rocking out on stage, when you've got an audience that's with you in the palm of your hand. So constantly thinking about, and I've always had a save the world complex. I've always wanted to leverage change. So that hasn't changed, and then it was when I discovered. You'll see, I mean, my music, all my original songs are. There's a deeper meaning to them. I love the play on words. There's always a rhyme. There's a reason. There's a message, and a lot of them are positive, and some of them are humor as well. I really mix it up. There's multi-genre, so quite a deep chap, I guess. You are. Yeah. You wouldn't say that when I play silly buggers, though. So then things got so then I've been playing as a one-man band with backing tracks for 20 years, and I mean the backing tracks can't change. Only you can change the guitar and the singing around it, and that's how I discovered harmonica as well, just to change it up a bit. And then I started playing with a full band, and that's when amazing stuff happened, because then you can really change. It's different every single time. and you
There's
can.
just that little bit more freedom, isn't there?
There's so much more freedom. You can extend it. You can. The tempo is always different. You can add on choruses. You can even create your own medleys.
Yeah.
You can. There's so much freedom there, and I just became addicted to that. And then, but not all. The budget isn't always there to hire a full band. So the budget always for a one-man band is a lot more accessible for a lot of pubs and clubs out there. So you don't get much chance to do that as much as you'd like. And then I discovered a little pedal called the loop station. And this allowed me to do the one-man band thing without any backing tracks. The little loop station is just a little, basically little pedal. I love it because it's kind of including today's technology, but with yesterday's, with old school means. You know, basically it's just like a little recording studio. So this little foot pedal, you tap this pedal once, and whatever you play, it'll record it, and you tap it again, it'll play it back in a loop. So now when I discovered this, and I was like, wow, I can do unplugged shows now, and I can build mine, because you can put loop on top of loop on top of loop, and then build up your own backing track. And it's very creative, and I've become completely addicted to this. And then it struck me that, now, hang on, everything in life is cyclical. If you look at everything in life is cyclical. I mean, if you just look at basically us going around the sun, the planet revolving. Sorry for you flat earthers out there. Just kidding. But I mean, if you just look how the days roll into week, night turns into day, night turns into day. Pretty much everything is cyclical. Even our thought patterns are cyclical. That's how we have habits, and that's why a lot of people are expressing the same reality and complaining about. They say, "I'm stuck in a rut," and it's because we have the same thought patterns that are stuck in the same loop. We look at our current reality, and that's why this, and you just keep replaying it, and it rolls out in the same fashion. We don't get much change. You've got to do something really different to make. We
keep doing the same things, right? So how can we expect something to be different?
Well, you guys haven't done the same thing. You guys have seriously branched out, changed your comfort zones, and look at you guys now. You guys are doing your. I mean, you've got your own. You have the Brunch Buzz. You've got, and it's kicking butt, guys. Congrats! It's wonderful. So you guys are great examples of stepping outside your comfort zones, expanding expression. Anyway, sorry, I'm digressing. You asked how did this begin. So I thought, now with this little loop station, everything being cyclical, what an amazing little. This could now symbolize the cyclical nature of life and how we can change it, just as I've mentioned now. And then that's how this idea started to grow. And I mean, it can be done in any ways. It can be for personal growth, it can be for corporate growth. And you can basically stack each loop on top of each other, and each loop then stands for a different rung of growth, or of mentors' wisdom, or the levels that they choose to change. You know, everyone has this kind of recipe. They say there's actually a science to it. So I just basically I'm addicted to learning all of this, and then when I get people's ideas and their recipes, then I'll then translate that into music, because music it's accessible to everybody. And I mean, and especially if you're in a seminar and there's just one person talking, it's very much one-sided. It's very kind of homogenous. There's no real, and you know me as an entertainer, I like to swing from the rafters and mix it up a little bit. So this now from it's NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. This covers everything, because you basically are appealing to people's vision. People are seeing you. You're appealing to the audio, because people are hearing you. And then with the music, it's kinesthetic as well, because the people can hear and feel. And yes, I just combine. So then it's my one passion being the whole coaching, counseling, save the world, uplift, and then obviously then all the music, the expression as well. And it's just weird how the two. Putting the two together just resonates with me, just feels right, and it gives me so much meaning, and it's the big why in my life that keeps me moving forward, slugging it out. And the big why in anybody's life is what we're seeking to get fulfillment and satisfaction.
Tell me something, Brad. Is there a in the seminar, is there actually a spot in there where you can involve other people? Let's say that your audience.
Team building.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Is there a spot there where you can actually get someone?
The seminar,
the
corporate seminar itself actually is building leadership. It's building innovation. It's building initiative. It's building self-pride. It's building company pride. We're actually looking at uplifting every company has a culture. So that culture basically is what the people, and there we go back to feelings, the feelings behind it. Okay.
Right.
And most of the most successful company cultures are the ones where there's a big why involved, and that's how everyone can subscribe to, and that's pretty much where. And I've kind of digressed myself now as to where you were going originally. Right. What was the question again?
How do you involve them?
Oh, involve. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So it is interactive as well.
Yes.
So what I will do, basically, even if I'm giving a demo on how the loop station works beforehand, and part of the loops as I'm building up, I'll actually get the audience to record a loop, be it clapping, be it. Okay. So normally, I'll get them clapping in time, right. And then I'll actually record. I'll get somebody to hold the microphone and get them all come close, and then everyone will clap in time, which takes a bit of time.
I was just going to say,
because sometimes they get shy and they're all like listening to each other and not to the beat. So it's kind of cool. And I reckon everybody's got in some companies, somebody's got some latent talent, and right. I'm be looking for somebody who can beatbox or who can sing or who can do something to make it really fun, because that'll really work, because people love their own. So if there's somebody right. in the company that has this little talent that we can bring in, it always brings the house down.
Yeah. So a lot of what you actually do here, Brad, is motivational.
Yes.
That is kind of what you're doing.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
But in a corporate business kind of environment.
Yes, that's pretty much the seminar that I'm promoting here today. That's on giveaway as well. Mm-hmm. So that is. But I mean, I am coaching privately as well. I actually do have some private coaching. I got my first client a couple of months ago. And he comes around and we do a one-on-one session as well. So that's very, very exciting, because wow. A lot of people actually find it difficult to break through from doing it for free to actually getting a paid client. Yeah. But yes, I'm aiming for the corporate thing, because I'd like to see everybody. Because so many of us just try and survive, and I don't think we're not designed for that. I think we're designed to thrive, and I'm in awe of old Anthony Robbins, and I mean, his primary vision, objective, motive, intention is just to ease suffering. Mm-hmm. And it's just the more I discover in this guy, the more in awe I am of him, and I resonate very close to what he does. He just wants to empower people, and he just wants to uplift them, and he wants to just so that there's no more suffering. Yeah. And for me, it's just I want to just see people, instead of the default being misery, scarcity, for the default to be satisfaction, contentment. Mm-hmm. You know.
Man, let's take a song or two. I have some interesting things as well that I want to ask Brad. Oh, you as well.
Just one more before we take a song.
We're peppering him, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very intrigued.
Yes, ask.
You have a video clip on YouTube that can give our listeners an idea of what it is you actually do in these seminars for businesses. Where can they go and find that link? Is it on a Facebook page somewhere, Brad?
The Success Loops Instrumental Inspiration, I do have a Facebook page. The Facebook page is actually Brad Cunningham, B-R-A-D Cunningham. And Cunningham. Yes. And the
oh boy. Too much Jeff Dunham going on here. Yeah.
The YouTube channel. It's actually a whole channel. I actually have examples of me doing the instrumental inspiration with the loops pedal. Awesome. I have a whole bunch of them. So if you just had to jump onto YouTube and just type in Success Loops, it'll come up immediately. And on there there's actually a lot of videos. I'm trying to post content every week now. Okay. So you'll find lots of interesting content there. You'll see what it is all about. You'll see examples of it working, and I plan now to I've actually written a whole bunch of. There's going to be a hell of a lot more content coming up. Right. I'm writing stuff all the time, and I'm recording it, and I'll be posting it up there. So just check it out. It'll be interesting. It's something you've never seen before. This is a proudly South African initiative. I mean, I often as an artist, we they say if you want to, even a lot of the success. The mentors that I follow say if you want to do something, see somebody who's doing it successfully, and then basically copy them from them and imitate. And but so I googled the hell out of this, and there's no one doing it. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to steal like an artist or imitate anything.
Exactly. This is all you, mate.
So this is something that's and it's really cool. So this is first in the world. This is the first in SA. This is the first of musical motivation. And
we might just be sitting looking at the man who's going to be a billionaire very soon because he's going to franchise this out to everybody.
Well, for those of you who are not sure, not quite understanding what it is Brad does with Success Loops, you can go onto his YouTube channel, that's Success Loops, and apparently there are a whole bunch of videos there where you can actually go and watch and see what it is Brad does live in these corporate environments. And I know after this we're going to be chatting a bit about a prize Brad is giving away as well. But in the meantime, we're going to play one of your original songs, Brad.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Okay, so if you guys have just joined us, we have Brad Cunningham live in studio.
Why does stop doing
Why does she do that?
I don't know. It's. I mean, seriously.
She has.
Always done it.
I know she does it to me because I look like Walter, but that's I mean, really.
And we're chatting about his mobile motivational business called Success Loops. And it is absolutely fascinating.
We've gone mobile now, people. I love it.
Mobilizing.
Mobilizing motivation. Yes, very good.
I think we need to get you to make us some coffee because
I shall.
because we need to get you mobile.
Okay, so if you guys want to go and check out what it is Brad does live in this corporate business environment, he has a YouTube channel with a whole load of videos you guys can go and watch. To get an idea of what it is Brad does, because I don't think just chatting to Brad is explaining to you guys what a character he is. And
you've got to go and see it.
We have seen Brad live on stage, so
we've seen Brad look like a fruit bat, man. He hangs from the rafters.
Fruit bat.
I promise you.
Fruit bat.
I think you have to see Brad to understand what it is he can do for your business and why you guys need to book him.
Absolutely.
He is so different. He is one of a kind, as he said. This has never been done before. This whole concept that he has is so unique. So go and check out the YouTube channel and see what it is Brad does and book him today to motivate your staff.
You know what, everybody, if you
well
sit and listen to a lot of companies when they chat about things, they're always bitching and moaning that there's nothing new and revolutionary on the market. This is.
Yes, it is.
So this would be something that if I was the CEO of a company, big or small, I would be saying, you know what, this could be so different because it's not going to make my staff fall asleep.
Yeah.
There's no time. They've got to play. They've got to be part of it. They're going to have to create loops, as you were saying, via clapping, foot stomping, whatever. This could be such an interactive thing, never done before. So,
Correct.
I mean, as the CEO of a company, I'd be phoning you now saying, listen, dude, I need to see this.
It's fun.
This I need to see.
Fresh.
Yeah, this is and it must be riveting. It has to be. I mean, everybody participating. It can only be a really, really big fat jewel, and in the process, everybody gets a message out of this thing.
Yes, absolutely.
I think it's brilliant.
And I've even got some testimonials up on the YouTube page as well, if people are interested in hearing what other people have to say. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I'm going big with this. I mean, I really am. I'm addicted to the premise.
Yes.
My why is huge, so I'm going to be doing this, and I think it's going to be like Facebook advertising. It's going to get more expensive as we go along.
Correct.
So at the moment, I'm just wanting to get it out there because I want to leverage change. That is who I am and what I'm wanting to do.
Right.
And this is something completely different. And I mean, I hear. I was at one of my regular gigs and I bumped into a guy and he said, "Sell me Success Loops. How are you going to sell it to me?" So I said, "Okay." I said, "You say you're an entrepreneur. I said, "How many people do you have working below you?" He said, about 25. So I said, "How often do they need inspiration and motivation?" And he hung his head and he said, "Oh God." He said, "Every bloody day."
Yeah, exactly.
I said, "Well, there we go." I said, "Yes." I said, "I offer something that's never seen before, something that hasn't been done." And the passion and the intention behind it is real and authentic because this is something that
you've developed.
Yeah, but it's also something I've developed because the reason for developing it is the right one.
Yeah.
Is I want to see change. I want to see empowerment. We can't go backwards. We can only go forwards. So let's try and
make a difference, man.
Yeah,
make a difference. That is so cool.
To show that I am is if there's the listeners out there, what company do you work for? How's the motivation in your company? How would you like one of these inspirational seminars to come to your company? Because we're giving one away.
Yeah.
Yay!
So this is incredible. I mean, this is worth a cool 10K, eh?
Yes.
I mean, we're talking 10,000 big ones. Yeah. I mean, that's what you'd have to pay, Brad. And he's prepared to give one company a free seminar.
What are they going to do, Brad?
Well, all they have to do is just enter. So basically, all you need to do is just give us your details. You can do it either, I don't know if they've got contact on the Facebook page on whichever you're closest to, either the 247 stereo page or the Brunch Buzz page.
That's it.
Gee, that's an interesting one to get out. Eh?
It's quite heavy, eh?
Could I have a tequila, please? It might not be. The Brunch Buzz page. Just leave a comment there. There's also the Brad Cunningham page on Facebook. Yes. Just get in touch. I mean, the advert that I put that we've shared to the pages has my details, my email address on it. So give me your email address, give me the contact person, give me the company name, and then I'll follow up.
Okay, awesome.
And it's one thing I'd like to do is, I mean, I want to make it relevant. So I always have I'm prepared to come and have a consultation with the powers that be of the specific company, find out what is the company culture, what would you like to expand, what is lacking, what could be pushed and
emphasized, obviously.
Yes, so we can. Yes.
Geez, well, there you go. There you go. I'd be grabbing it if I had a company big enough, but at the moment it's only two of us, Mandy.
I want to know.
You guys pack a punch, though, don't you?
Yeah, we're trying.
How long do these seminars last?
It can be a keynote. I mean, it depends. I know that time is always a bit of a factor. So you're looking at about an hour and a half.
Okay.
That which is long enough to impact people. I mean, if as this thing grows, I mean, I also have good because I've been immersed in this kind of style, this lifestyle now. I've now met firewalkers. I've met drumming team builders, and I'm friends with a lot of them. So I mean, if a company wanted a whole weekend, we could do it. If
Full
the
package.
If we wanted just the morning, like 2.5 hours, we could do that. If we wanted the whole day, for a whole week, a couple of days, I could put together something that could be really, really powerful.
Oh, fantastic.
And I did the firewalking with this friend of mine. I firewalked 3 times.
Really?
Yes, I've walked on red hot coals. Can you believe that?
Jeez, okay.
Yeah, it was
And
crazy.
you're still walking.
I was buzzing.
Ah.
It's quite a mind.
I can imagine. I wouldn't even try it. Good grief. No.
Well, that's why that was exactly my point. I said
Really?
I was going to go, and I was going to just observe.
Yeah.
And it really is that test of faith. And I thought, now if I'm going to be doing this, I have to step up and start swinging.
Yeah.
And so a good friend of mine, his name is old Cobus Visser. He held this firewalking, and he wanted to make it big. I mean, there was there a good 200 people?
Wow.
So it was a lot. They had a whole bunch, and he's actually he's a hemophiliac, so he struggles on a day-to-day, and he found that firewalking is actually, he calls himself Superman.
Wow.
He's transcended his limitations. He climbed Kilimanjaro last year.
You're kidding.
As a hemophiliac. Now, hemophiliac isn't just, we all think that they're just a person that
bleed.
No, but what happens is that if there's internal bleeding, it doesn't stop. So their joints take a hell of a whacking. So they suffer from arthritis, from joint pain,
Right.
from he can't straighten his arms completely. And he plays a bit of bass as well, I heard. So that's usually I felt quite close to the guy. So this guy really has made quite an impact. So I went firewalking, then I thought, geez, if these guys can do it, then Brad, you really are a wussy if you're going to back out. So eventually I just surrendered and I shook my head and said, oh, I have to do this now, damn it. And off I did. And I've actually firewalked. So
Wow.
mind-blowing stuff, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
sheesh.
Yeah.
There you have it. Say, you see now.
And I've done some courses now as well. I did a Niel Malan elite.
Yes, I was going to ask you about that. It was a hell of a course, like 14 months or something.
14 months,
Wow.
quite a grueling course, and there's homework as well, and they push you. So for me, being as a musician for so long, I mean, yes, you are an entrepreneur, you are running your own business, but I kind of felt that I wasn't really immersed in the corporate field a hell of a lot. So I kind of immediately, I said, I want to immerse myself in that and get so that I can, when I do a corporate seminar, I can bring a lot more to it.
Right.
So I did this, and I also saw JT Foxx, and there's also Brian Welsh, who's the real entrepreneur. I've been to a lot of their seminars, their webinars. There's old Ann Wilson. She calls herself the Wealth Chef. She does recipes. I'll be doing a feature on her soon.
Right.
So I've been studying a lot of these people, and it's kind of mind blowing that even though felt that I wasn't really immersed in kind of a business, that I was still running my own, and the holistic approach that a lot of people have, the mindset is kind of I was aware of it.
Yeah.
So it's been really, these last couple of years have been some big jumps.
Yeah.
But I'm loving it.
And of course, well supported by the family.
Yes.
I mean, you have a wonderful wife and kids.
Yeah.
And we've been very fortunate to meet them. And I don't doubt your support structure is perfect, man.
What a blessing to have that, eh?
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
really is. Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people that really battle with especially when you start something new that does and probably would impact on the family life.
Yes.
But knowing your family, I think all you'd get is support and more support and more support, which is fantastic.
Tony, you know me well. I'm a family man.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I adore my wife and my kids. I really do. Love you, Mo. And it was Emily, my eldest. She turned 12 yesterday. Happy birthday,
congrats.
Emmy.
Wow, congrats, man.
They're growing up too bloody fast, man.
Yeah, they are.
I can't handle it.
Get ready for a wedding, dude.
Mandy's just give him a slap.
Yeah, before you know it, it's boyfriends and it's weddings and it's growing up adults. Oh,
So we're going to put Brad on the spot slightly.
Not now. Not just
yet.
now. I see the harmonica there.
Okay.
And we're not going to let him escape here without having playing something there, boy. So I tell you what, let's get some coffee, have a chat off air to Brad.
I'm going to play some more of Brad's original songs.
And then we come back and he's going to surprise the hell out of people with that little harmonica of his.
This next one's called Friends of Mine.